The story opens in a morgue, where a boy named Min suddenly comes back to life, but with no memory of who he is. He tries to leave the room, which terrifies the workers there. Min is then placed on a bed. Min's mother, Rudy, is also there, overjoyed to see her son alive. But just then, Min faints. He wakes up in a hospital room, confused, and tries to run away. He is stopped by a doctor and a nurse who stare at him creepily and speak in a strange language, scaring him even more. He runs towards the elevator, but it isn't working, so he climbs out a window. It's raining, and he slips, beginning to fall. Suddenly, an unknown power saves him, placing him back on the side of the building. It feels like a dream to Min, because instead of falling, he is now walking on the building's wall. During this, a window cleaner appears, also walking on the side of the building, just like Min. Min asks the man if any of this is real. The man slaps him to prove it is. He then introduces himself as a guardian, explaining that the soul inside Min has had its memories erased and has been given Min's body to live in again. Hearing this, Min asks the guardian many questions, but the guardian ignores them and dangles him from a window ledge. Min realizes he can no longer walk on the building and will fall if he lets go. He quietly climbs back inside and returns to his bed. A nurse comes and gives him a painful injection, causing him to accidentally hit a water bottle. The water from the bottle suddenly freezes in midair. This amazes Min, and he realizes the nurse is the guardian. It turns out, guardians can take any form they wish. The guardian calls Min's body a homestay and explains that it isn't a permanent body. The guardian gives him an hourglass and a challenge. If he cannot figure out the reason for Min's suicide within 100 days, his soul will be removed from the body, and he will die again, this time forever, with no chance of being reborn. As the guardian leaves, they warn Min not to tell anyone that he isn't the real Min. The next morning, a doctor comes for a checkup. Min reads his full name from a medicine sticker and tells it to the doctor. The doctor assumes Min's memory has returned and discharges him from the hospital. After his discharge, Min goes home with his mother, where he learns he has an older brother named Man. Surprisingly, Man is not happy that Min has returned. Rudy tells Min that for now, he must sleep in the same room as Man so that he can be watched over. She also says she will get him new clothes, but until then, he should wear Man's. When Man hears this, he says he will stay at a friend's house tonight and leaves. Min asks his mother what happened on the day he attempted suicide, but Rudy says she doesn't want to talk about it. Later, Min sees his father, who is busy on a phone call, and tells Min to wait. Min finds it strange that his father would rather make him wait than welcome him home. Later that night, after everyone is asleep, Min explores the house and finds a family album. However, his pictures are missing from the album, which he finds odd. He then tries to get into his old room to search it, but the door is locked. He tries to peek underneath the door, but just then, Man appears and sends him back to bed. The next morning, Min wakes up to see Man leaving with his laptop. After Man is gone, Min grabs a bunch of keys from the living room and tries to open his room, but none of the keys work. He then goes into Man's room, climbs out of the window, and makes his way to his own room's window. He manages to get into his room. It's empty except for a few pieces of broken furniture and the photograph that was used at his funeral. He is shocked to see the date of his death written on the picture and drops it. The sound brings his mother, Rudy, into the room. Min asks his mother what happened to all his belongings. Rudy explains that he had destroyed everything himself before he died. She begins to cry and asks Min why he tried to end his life. As she speaks, Min notices the spot on the floor where his blood had been. Crying, his mother hugs him and begs him never to attempt suicide again. The next day, Min gets ready for school, and Rudy gives him his wallet. Inside, Min finds a brooch and his mother's business card. He learns that his mother is an engineer and often has to travel out of town for work. Rudy drops Min off at school and instructs him, "If anyone asks why you were away from school, tell them you were sick." Rudy had not told the school anything about what had really happened. When Min gets to school, he finds out he didn't have many friends. Only one best friend named Lee, who had a crush on him. Lee and Min are talking when Lee remembers they have to go to a stunt club meeting, which Min was also a part of. They go to the meeting, where the leader reminds Min that he needs to create a drawing for the upcoming competition. So, Min immediately gets to work. While working, he notices some girls wearing the same kind of brooch he found in his wallet. He follows the girls to their class and learns that the brooch belongs to the students of the Olympics class. Thinking he must also be a student in that class, Min puts on the brooch and walks in. But the teacher recognizes that he is not one of his students and asks him to leave. After leaving the class, Min finds a note from his tuition partner asking to meet him in the library. Min goes to the library, where he meets a beautiful girl named Pai. It turns out the original Min had a crush on Pai. The moment the new Min sees Pai, he develops a crush on her too. After class, he uses his mother's card to buy stylish clothes and even gets a new hairstyle to impress her. Min starts spending more time with Pai. One day, Min's father comes to the school to remind him that he has a meeting with the school therapist. He also gives Min some of his company's products to promote before leaving. At the meeting, the school therapist starts asking very strange questions, and Min thinks about leaving. But before he can, the strange therapist begins to swallow the products Min's father had given him. Suddenly, all the pills freeze in midair, and Min realizes that this therapist is actually the Guardian. The Guardian has come to remind him that he needs to find a reason for Min's suicide quickly. He also clarifies that Min will only have one chance to give the answer. If the answer is correct, the hourglass will stop. A few days later, there is a festival at Min's school. Min finds Pai crying. She had done poorly on a practice test and was afraid of failing the real one. To cheer her up, Min tells her, "You're great, so you shouldn't worry so much." Here, Min asks her, "Are we a couple?" To which Pai says no, explaining, "You never asked me to go out with you." So, Min asks her to join him at the festival. They go to the festival together, have a lot of fun, and end the day sitting together, watching fireworks. Pai tells Min, "You've changed a lot. You're not sad like you used to be." As she says this, she takes Min's hand. The next day, when Min is at home, he overhears his mother talking on the phone. He learns that his father has sold her wedding ring to buy new products for his MLM group. Rudy is very angry and sad about this. To cheer his mother up, Min helps her cook some durian and starts to eat it with her. When Rudy sees Min eating durian, she is completely shocked, because Min had always hated durian. Rudy is very happy to see this new version of Min and even tells him some stories from his childhood, revealing how she always took great care of her children, even during difficult times. A few days later, Min passes his exam, just as he had promised Pai he would. As a reward, Pai happily puts shampoo in his hair and then tells him to run laps across a bridge. She even runs alongside him to keep him company. After they complete 10 laps, Pai gives Min a gift. It turns out it's Min's birthday. Min opens the gift to find a kaleidoscope that Pai made herself. Here, Pai tells Min that she likes him a lot, and the two share a kiss. The scene then shifts, and we see Min starting to draw a picture of Pai. While drawing, he finds some photographs. In one of them, Min is sitting near a locker. So Min goes to find that locker and opens it to check inside. The locker is empty. Just then, Lee shows up and reminds Min that he had put his laptop inside that locker. He had also left a note saying that the laptop should be given to his mother. But on that day, when Lee went to Min's house, Rudy wasn't home, so she gave the laptop to his brother, Man. After this, Min goes home and starts searching Man's bedroom for his laptop. He can't find the laptop anywhere, but he does find some pictures where his face has been scratched out in every single photo. He also finds some documents that show Man wanted to go to Germany for his studies. Min then checks Man's computer, where he finds a chat between Man and his friend. By reading it, he learns that Man couldn't go to Germany because of Min. Man had to stay behind to take care of his family, which made him hate Min and wish he would die. In the chat, Man had also written that he found a goodbye letter in Min's laptop, which he never told his parents about. Min realizes that the second laptop Man has is actually his, so Min goes to Man's college to find it. He successfully finds his laptop and brings it home to look through it. But just then, Man arrives, snatches the laptop from him, and says, "This family is happier without you." After saying this, he throws Min's laptop out of the window. Min quickly runs downstairs and sees the laptop floating in the air. The Guardian was sitting right there and had stopped the laptop with his powers. But then, he lets the laptop fall to the ground and starts laughing at Min. Min takes his broken laptop back to his room and manages to turn it on. He sees that there's only one file left on it, which is his goodbye letter. From the letter, Min learns that he had mixed poison into a soda and drank it. But before he died, he had scratched his face out of all his pictures and burned all of his belongings. The letter also said that he hated his father for spending his mother's salary on an MLM cult. Meanwhile, Man always made Min feel small, so he hated him too. In the entire house, the only person he loved was his mother. But his mother was usually away from home, so the only person left in Min's life was Pai, whom he liked. One day, Min went to meet Pai and saw his teacher behaving inappropriately with her. Pai wasn't stopping the teacher either, which left Min completely shocked. Min doesn't try to stop the teacher right then, but the next day, he goes up to the teacher, throws a punch, and knocks him down. After that, he takes Pi to the roof and starts yelling at her, asking why she was letting the teacher do that. Pi breaks down in tears and explains that she doesn't like the teacher, but stays with him because he can help her get into the Olympics team. This shows that nothing matters more to Pi than her future, which makes Min feel that Pi doesn't need him. He points towards the ground and tells Pi that she should just end her own life. After this, we see Min's father arriving at his school because the principal had complained to him about Min's behavior. Min's father asks him, "Why can't you be a normal boy?" In response, Min angrily yells at his father, "Why did you sell my mother's ring for your MLM group?" and storms away. Sometime later, Min looks at his mother's business card, sees an address on it, and decides to go there. He is shocked to find his mother with her new family. Rudy sees Min as well and tries to explain, but Min just runs home, crying. He then goes and stands on a bridge while it's pouring rain. He looks down from the bridge and thinks that he should try to commit suicide again. Suddenly, the raindrops freeze in the air, and the guardian appears. He approaches Min and asks for the reason for his suicide. Min replies that Min hated this life, and that whatever he did wasn't his fault, but the fault of his family and Pi, because none of them were worthy of his trust. Even after Min gives his answer, the guardian's hourglass doesn't stop. This means that the answer Min gave is wrong. The guardian reminds Min that he now has only 3 days left. After this, Min returns home and starts breaking everything in his room. Just then, Lee arrives and asks Min why he hasn't finished the drawing yet. Min tells Lee that she doesn't need to worry about him. He starts talking to Lee cruelly, telling her that he never considered her a friend and never liked her. This deeply hurts Lee. Min then reveals that the reason the original Min wasn't at school that day was because he was planning to end his life. He had even written a goodbye letter in which he didn't even mention her name. Hearing all of this, Lee starts crying and leaves. Later that evening, Min and his father go to pick up Rudy, who was returning home from work that day. Rudy was very tired and wanted to go home, but Min insists that they all go out for dinner together. So, the three of them go to a restaurant where Min excuses himself to go to the washroom, but instead hides and listens to his parents' conversation. During this, he sees his father returning his mother's ring. After that, Rudy tells her husband about her affair. Min's father leaves without saying a word to Rudy. Now, Min and his mother are alone in the car. Rudy cries and apologizes to Min, telling him that she wants to stay with her family and has broken off her relationship with her other lover. But Min refuses to forgive his mother and tells her, "I am not your son. Your real son is dead because you are a bad mother." This leads to a heated argument between them, causing Rudy to get distracted from the road, and they get into an accident. When Min regains consciousness, he finds himself in the hospital. He immediately goes to check on his mother, who is still unconscious. Man is also there and tells Min that their mother is in a very serious condition. Man also says, "Father told me what happened at the restaurant. I want to know why you didn't tell me instead of trying to commit suicide. If you had told me, I would have helped you." He also tells him, "You need to stop thinking that nobody loves you." Since Min was not seriously injured, he is sent home. At home, he finds a durian sweet that his mother had left for him. He also sees the kaleidoscope that Pi had gifted him. Here, Min realizes that he has been behaving like a selfish person. He then finishes his drawing. The next day, there's an announcement for the Olympic team, and Pi is selected and asked to give a speech. But when Pi sees Min, she feels guilty and runs away. Min finds her in a classroom where she is about to hurt herself with a piece of glass. Min apologizes to her and gives her a hug. He explains, "I was very angry that day, so I said things without thinking. You shouldn't be angry at yourself because it was all that teacher's fault." Min's words make Pi feel much better. She goes to the principal to tell the truth about her teacher. Meanwhile, Min is late for his new design practice, so he leaves a drawing for Pi with a few supportive lines written on it and then leaves. After this, Min goes to watch the Card Stunt Club's rehearsal, where he meets Lee and apologizes to her. He says, "You're the only one who always thought well of me and stood by my side, and you never even took any credit for it." Hearing this, Lee forgives Min and says, "I know you still haven't made a drawing for the team, so I gave the team your old drawing." When Min looks at his old drawing, he is stunned because it's the exact same drawing that he had just given to Pi. In a flash, his old memories start coming back to him, giving him a glimpse of Min's past life, including all the good moments he had spent with his family and his brother. Lost in these thoughts, Min suddenly falls down the stairs. The hourglass he was carrying falls with him and shatters. Min suddenly finds himself in his room. When he looks in the mirror, he sees the Guardian, who has taken on Min's form. This makes Min realize that the soul in his body is not someone else's, but his own. He also understands that he committed suicide because he didn't know how to focus on the good things in life. Finally, he admits that his suicide was no one else's fault. It was his own. The Guardian agrees with his answer and congratulates Min for winning back his soul. He also explains that this test was only to show him the reality of his life. This means Min will not be reborn somewhere else. Instead, he will live this life to the fullest. After this, the Guardian disappears. As he vanishes, Min finds himself back at school. Lee sees him and comes over to him. Min hugs her and then goes straight from school to the hospital. There, he sees that Rudy has regained consciousness. Rudy tells him that she and his father are getting a divorce, and he will have to decide who he wants to live with. Rudy also adds, "If you choose your father, I won't blame you, because I know I haven't been a good mother." Min starts crying and apologizes to Rudy for everything he did, promising her that he will never regret being her son. From that day on, Min returns to his normal daily life. One day, Pai sends him a message saying that she has won a medal. Min had promised Pai that if she won a medal, he would run a lap on a bridge wearing only his underwear with soap on his head. So, in the final scene of the story, he is shown running a lap on a bridge, fulfilling his promise, and with that, the movie ends.